Hello, Mrs. Buchanan's Algebra 1A class. I want to walk you through the final review if you need it. Let's take a look at these. You get extra credit for getting this done if you don't have it all done, or if you're just using this to study for the final exam. Thank you for joining me, and let's get after it. For number one, what is the solution of the equation? We have d minus 3 equals 2. We are going to, you can see my work here. I have d minus 3 equals 2. I add 3 to both sides. That gives me d equaling 5. So it's just 3 plus 2 is 5. So 5 is my answer. C is going to be good for number one. Number two, Stephen wants to buy a $530 bicycle. Stephen has no money saved, but will be able to deposit $50 into a savings account when he receives his paycheck each Friday. However, before Stephen can buy the bike, he must give his sister $70 that he owes her. For how many weeks will Stephen need to deposit money into his savings account before he can pay back his sister and buy the bike? So, taking a look at this, $50 per week minus the $70 he owes his sister, it needs to equal 530. So this first equation you can see underneath here, and you can see my work. I was doing this in class. I added 70 to both sides in order to get rid of this minus 70. And then I just took and had 600 divided by 50. 600 because 530 plus 70 is 600. So 600 divided by 50, you divide both sides by 50, and you get x equals 12. That would be 12 weeks, so C is your answer. For number three, what is the solution of the equation? I'm combining like terms. 8x plus 2x equals 10x. And I still have that plus 15, and I have equals 45. I subtract 15 from both sides. I end up with 30 on this side, and just my 10x is left over here. I divide both sides by 10 to get x by itself, and x equals 3. So x equals 3 is what you should have for number 3. There were no multiple choice for number 3. For number 4, find the slope of the line. Well, notice this is going down. Always read from left to right, just like the way you write your name. When you write your name, you're going to go from left to right. You read a graph from left to right. This is going down, so you know it's negative. Okay, it's either this one or this one. These are positive, you know it's not these. So negative, negative 4 would be meaning it goes down 4 over 1. So like if we started here, right here, it would go down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. It would be over here, so the line would be real steep. Notice B, how B fits a lot better. Because if I'm here, it means it goes down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm back on the line. So down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. A little harder to see because it's not on graph paper, but you could still see that it's a gradual slope, and it would therefore be B. So number 4 should be B. Number 5. Here we have a really steep slope. From left to right, it is going down. It's going down very steeply. And so it's going down, so you see either A or D, those are the negatives, okay? And so I have points on this one, so I can go from this point, well, I put the points in here because it crosses the x-axis here. We have an x-intercept and we have a y-intercept right here. So in between these, I could count. So it goes down 3 over 1. Down 3 over 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 over 1, so that's A. It's not negative 1/3 because this would be down 1 over 1, 2, 3. That would be over here. So if it was going this way, that would be negative 1/3. What is the slope of the line that passes through the pair of points? Here we have these pair of points, and we're going to use that slope formula. I label these xy, xy. So this is my first xy set. This is my second xy set. So that's why there's 2's by them. And here is the formula. I think you'll have the formula for the test. You're going to have the slope m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I just take my y2, which is negative 2, minus y1, which is 5. And then I take x2, 6, minus my x1, which was 2. I end up with negative 7 over 4. Negative 7 over 4 is this. Even though my negative is up here, it could be just out in front of the fraction. That would work. So B is your answer. For number 7, what is the slope of the line? So we have this line here. A way to remember this, if you have a horizontal line, horizontal, think of the word horizontal. It's got 2 O's in it. Those O's are going to remind you that it is 0. Slope of a line that is horizontal is 0. Undefined is when you have a vertical. Remember, look at the 2 E's in undefined. There's an E in vertical. So vertical and undefined, vertical line, a line going up and down, that's going to be a vertical, that's going to be undefined. All vertical lines are x equals something. This horizontal line, all horizontal lines are y equals something. This one in particular is y equals negative 2 because it crosses y at negative 2. You can't say x is negative 2 because it doesn't cross x ever. It only crosses y at negative 2. Okay. If I were to do x is negative 2, x negative 2 would be back here. Okay, and that would be a vertical line, and that would be undefined if it was an x, if it was vertical. But this one, so your answer for number 7 is B. Just want to outline that for you while you're getting ready for the test. What are the slope and y-intercept of the graph of the given equation? So you have this given equation. Remember, slope-intercept form is written like this: y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and this is the y-intercept. So what do you have here for the slope? You have a negative 7. Slope is negative 7. What is here for your b? You have a positive 3. So the y-intercept is 3. So C is the right answer. Write an equation of a line with a given slope and y-intercept. So you have, here's the slope, here's the y-intercept. So you just plug this in for the m, and you plug this in for the b. So it's not plus b anymore, it's minus 7. So you have a negative slope, so negative 3x and minus 7. That's why B is the right answer. Write the slope-intercept form of the equation for the line. We see that it goes through negative 1 on the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is B. The y-intercept is going to be negative 1. The slope, what goes in front of the x? Well, it goes up 1 over 1. So that would be just a 1. So 1x minus b, because it's a negative 1. D is the right answer for that one. So 10 should be D. Number 11. Graph the equation. First of all, I'm going to look at anything that has a plus 5 y-intercept. This is a 4. This one's a 6. This one's 5. And this one's 5. So I know it's either C or D, or C or B. Now I'm looking for a positive slope. This one from left to right is going up, it's positive. This one is going negative. I don't even have to worry about the 5. It's just a positive slope. So look at your choices, so you don't have to, figure it all out on your own. Just look at your choices. You could go a lot quicker. So B is the right answer because it intersects the y-axis at 5, and it's a positive slope, so it's going up from left to right. It's going up. This one's going down, so it can't be this one. So 11 is B. Write an equation in point slope form for the line through a given slope with the given slope. So here's your slope, and here's your point, x1, y1. You're just going to plug this in for a slope, plug this in for x1, plug this in for y1. So what do you get? You get B. There's your negative 3. It's minus y1, so there's your 3. And then it's minus 1 minus, you don't have to write 1, so they didn't. And then x and you have minus whatever your x1 is, so minus 7. So B is the right answer. Notice it wouldn't be this one because this is plus 3, and it's minus whatever that is. It would have been this one if this was negative 3, because negative 3 in here would have been a minus 3, which would make it positive. Okay. Find the x and y intercept of the line. So all I have to do is find the x-intercept by making y equals 0. So I'm left with 8x equals 40. And divide both sides by 8 to get x alone, x equals 5. And then for your y, you make your x equals 0. So you have negative 8, y equals 40. So you take 40 divided by negative 8, and so you have y equals negative 5. So C should be your right answer. 14, here we go, y equals. So remember y equals is going to be horizontal, where y is always negative 4. So go where it crosses y at negative 4 right here. Crosses y at negative 4. This crosses y at positive 4. It can't be that. This is not a horizontal line, horizontal or vertical, even if you miss it. This would be x equals negative 4 because it crosses x at negative 4. This crosses y at negative 4, so A is the right answer. And 15. Now I think I'm going to stop at 15 because it's going to be a long video, and long videos take a long time to upload. So I'll split this up. 15, here's x. So x equals where it's negative 3. So this one's at positive 3, so crosses x at positive 3. Nope. This one crosses at negative 3, so it's got to be this one. This one is y equals negative 3. And this one is, you know, probably y equals negative x or something like that, because it goes down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, right through the origin. So that one isn't even a vertical horizontal line. So this one, remember x, we're going to go vertical whenever it's just x equals something, and so C is the right answer. All right, I'll take a look at 16 and on in the next video.